So today I'm going to be clay barring this vehicle, compounding, and everything else because this vehicle sat outside at Volkswagen Audi for 3 years. And it does have a wrap on it in certain places. But there is some fading. You could kind of see it in certain areas on this vehicle. Sitting outside, it takes its toll on it, especially with no love, no care. There's definitely a spot back here. It's kind of hazy and everything else in this zone. But yeah, I'm going to start with the clay bar, kind of rejuvenate this thing as much as I can. Paint is great. I mean, really no scratches or anything else. I mean, the other owner before it got the buyback only put 6,000 miles on it. And then it just basically sat outside. Of course, then a dealership acquired it. And then, they probably did a little crappy compound job on it. And what they do is, you can see here, I'm not really used to wraps, so I'm not really too sure what to do in this section, but I'll try my best. What happens is at car dealerships, they'll compound a car, but of course they're not going to put wax on it. That's just what they do. I mean, it's just saving time and saving money, because a real detail really never happens at a car dealership. Yeah, actually in here too, you could kind of see the dirt from just sitting outside in there. But yeah, even down there and the other molding, you could see like the crud in there. Another place where I actually see, you could tell this car sat outside for a while, is, believe it or not, it's in here. Yeah, let me, if you could see closely, it kind of looks like a little bit of mildew in there, in the between the window and of course the rubber. So I'm going to try to get that out. That's going to be, I guess I could throw a toothbrush, try my best to get in here and get that crud out of there too. But still clean regardless. Yeah, you can see like the water spots of just sitting here. But today's the day I got to do it because it's a 60-degree day. Hopefully the paint can warm up, but the sun isn't really that great today. So we'll see what we can do. See if the camera can pick this up. These are like lines here. Maybe somebody brushing up against it and it kind of just stayed there when it was in a lot. Possibility. Also, this little zone right here has something. I'm going to try to see if the clay will take that out. So doing one half of the car, to me, this thing is shot. Luckily though, I think it came with like 4 of them, so I'm just going to chuck this. It's got crud in it, you can see it. I took off my license plate because I run a European plate here. I can never get this section usually, and it gets cruddy back there, so that's why I took it off. So this way I even will compound back there, and also of course I just clay barred. But you know what, it's definitely worth doing the clay. Get rid of this clay bar, it's not worth keeping, and it does have a lot of junk in it, believe it or not, so it's definitely doing its job. Here we go so far, just going back and forth, side to side. Feels pretty smooth. I will tell you over here though, I felt a little resistance. You gotta kind of be careful. I don't know. I'm not really sure here with this line. Maybe they didn't do a good job. Like I said, I really haven't had any cars with wraps on it, so I think it might be just this front section. I don't think this hood is wrapped. I really can't tell. I guess I'd have to look underneath, but I know a couple sections it was done. But I wouldn't want to mess this zone up with the transition, then it will come out in the future. I'm just using soap and water. I didn't have any of that stuff anymore because I really haven't clayed a car in so long. But yeah, not so bad. First step here. Guess I should have waited the extra day and not put on the racks, but yep, it is what it is. So here's the fresh clay bar. Could definitely hear, and I feel the resistance, especially right over here. Oh yeah, big time. And of course you want to do the glass also. So I'm going to get to the glass up next and work my way forward. Each time I got to move the car a little bit and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I've already done this back. You know what? Let me go over it one more time. Won't hurt, especially with the fresh clay bar. Yeah, a little bit of dirt in there. Okay. Let's start this side. This is where that weird looking scrape is. Let's see if it'll come out. I can feel resistance here. I felt a lot of resistance here. Here too. I know it's plastic, but it's definitely different, a sort of material. Yeah, sounds like sandpaper, pretty much. I turn around the car because I try to keep it on flat. Kind of difficult working on a surface kind of like this because I do have a very, very steep driveway. I like to kind of try to clean it level. It's kind of difficult, it really is here, and especially needing a little step ladder to get up here and everything else, constant movement. This side here, extremely dry looking, odd. Camera's probably not going to pick up on it, but it looks like, yeah, as it dries you can kind of see it looks like somebody went like this. Not sure, somebody tried to buff it or whatever, but let me try to get this side and this come out. I will tell you one thing, big difference with the top. So here's a fresh clay bar, and on the top you definitely do hear the scratching more so, because another thing that car dealers never do is they never clean the tops of the cars. They're not going to buff it, you know, because they're only figuring you going to touch the sides and stuff like that. It's all about saving time and money for these dealerships.